Hey everybody, 8-Bit Josh here, and welcome to the Planet Coaster Studios Pack DLC review. So this is super exciting. There's so many new things with this DLC, and we're going to just jump right in and show it all off. So first of all, if you start Sandbox and you go to Custom, and we'll just pick Alpine. If you swap paint styles, there are 6 new terrain types. So there is concrete, there's concrete worn, tarmac worn, and actually it's just these 4, not 6. I thought these 2, but no. So there's 2 types of concrete, regular and the worn, and then there's 2 types of tarmac. So let's go ahead, let's see, steep 1. So let's go ahead and we'll just switch these out. Why not? Choose all these. Are these all? So ground 1, ground 2. Nice. So we'll start anew. We'll jump in here into our fancy new blank canvas of a map here. All right, so here we are, and you can already see because I swapped out some of the terrain. It has this like black, almost looks like a weird, cool, like kind of swampy terrain. But so if we go to terrain and go to paint, so we have our concrete here, which is cool. It kind of looks like sand from far away. So it might look pretty cool if you mix it up with some sand. A lot closer, it definitely looks like concrete or some type of like stone paving. And then there's the concrete worn. So if we do this, so that looks really cool. I like that a lot. That looks great. Yeah, definitely dig that. And then we have the tarmac. Do that like right in here. So there's our nice, beautiful black tarmac look. So for like, if you want to do, like parking lots or streets with just a regular black kind of pavement type terrain. And then this is like the worn version of that. So very cool. Got 4 really nice, kind of looks like an eyeball almost. But it looks like it's some really cool texture. So going to jump out of this and get ourselves into a fresh new map. All right, and we are back in. So I'm gonna kind of go through. There's some of the new stuff in the game. There's stuff that was included in the free update, which is the 1.6 update, and then there's the items that are included in the Studios Pack DLC that you have to purchase and download. So starting with some of the free stuff, like I already showed you the 2 new terrain types. Well, technically 4, but the other big thing with the free update is hotels, or our hotels. And this is just one of the blueprints that comes with the free update. And basically with hotels, what happens is your guests, they will walk in here, the little foyer, and they will stay overnight. And then, that way you get extra money. It actually goes above your guest cap. So if you have if you go to right here, if you set this to like 2,000 for instance, you could actually have, depending on how big your hotel is or how many hotels you have, the number could be higher than that. So the way hotels work, really. So let's go in here. Actually, I'll just start a new one so you can kind of see. So here we have the foyer, and this is basically where the guests walk in. So like kind of like restrooms or like a staff room, just a basic, block of a shop that the guests kind of walk in and disappear into. But then you have these other 2 items here. There's the hotel luxury room and the hotel standard room. And what these do, these are basically your rooms. Now guests don't actually like walk in them. The more of these you have, the more guests you can, kind of have in your hotel. Now you don't have to stack them this way. You can arrange them whichever way you want. So we have our hotel, right? We have the thoughts for the guests. We have the number of rooms. So we have 48 objects. So there we go. So we can connect all these. All right, so there we go. So we have 18 rooms, right? There we go. Look at that. Nice. So we have 18 out of 100 rooms. So you can have 100 rooms per hotel, which is quite a lot. And it's not like one guest per room. I think if I recall, it's anywhere from 1 to 6 guests per room. So that's an awful lot of guests that you can have. Then you have hotel prices, so you can set the price for a standard room, luxury room. You can do priority pass required for one of these rooms if you'd like. You can also, of course, set the rate for all of your hotels if you have multiple in your park. Then you have these things, hotel perks. So you can increase the guest happiness during their stay. So you can do things like add room service, restaurants, internet access, spa, gym, that sort of thing. And it tells you like medium boost to prestige. So that's like your park prestige. Medium boost to guest happiness, running costs. So there's also obviously, extra cost associated with these. And that's just part of the, extra management features that come with running a hotel. So that's kind of how hotels work. So like if we go inside, you can kind of see like it's not, it's not built out on the inside, but this is kind of gives you an idea of like what you could do. Now, I feel like, some people, the more experienced builders, and I might even try this myself, might actually try to make a functional like interior of a hotel, which could be done, fairly easily. You would just kind of cover up these rooms and it'd kind of make it look like guests are walking into the hotel, perhaps move the foyer inside and make it look like it's an elevator so that the guests are walking into the elevator going up to their rooms or whatever. And the other thing with the free update, so there's triggerable Flexi color objects. So these are Flexi color objects and they can be set up with triggers. So if you go to your display sequencers and just like with other triggerable effects, you can connect them to your connect objects, so you can connect these, confirm, and then you can set up your triggers and you can change colors. You can do play on trigger, activate, deactivate, repeat, change color, restore, swap color. There's all kinds of things you could do with this. It's kind of been joked that you could do like a little disco dance floor kind of thing, but the real, application for this is the fact that this works with any item that you can change the color. Anything that's Flexi color is what it's called. So you could have entire wall panels and everything change color as you're going through rides and all that stuff. There's really unlimited possibilities with that. One of the other pretty cool things with the update is path tunneling. So we got ourselves like a little hill there, and you have our paths, and you're building your paths out this way. And before you'd be like, oh man, I have to like sculpt out the path all by myself. Well, now you have these two new options. So there's flattened terrain and tunneling. Flattened terrain basically keeps the terrain flush against the underside of the path. So like just like that. Look how amazing that is. Go on down in here. Just like that. And we just like scoop our way all the way across. Look at that. The other cool thing is you have your little camera light that you can do with, you just press L, turns it on. So, you can see a little bit better in the old dark there. Anyway, so that's the path tunneling. The other neat thing, so we go under buildings, just gonna search for glass. We have glass pieces, ladies and gentlemen. How amazing is that? So we have a 1x1 option, we have a 2x1, we have 2x2, 4x2, and of course a 4x4 panel. I mean, look how cool those look. These are also Flexi color items, but you could give it a red tint, and it's very subtle, but you can see it just a little bit. We want to give it let's give it like a blue tint. There you go. You can have like a blue tinted window if you'd like. And the best thing is these are not grid pieces, so you can completely change them any way you want, flip them around, like fantastic. That's amazing. So excited for glass. It'll be a really, really cool thing to use. And I have some ideas to use this in my Aurora Park series as well. So on to some of the studio pack stuff. So I made a little mini city over here with some of the blueprints that are included in the game. So we have here like a little fire station. This is a staff building, if you click on it. So it's just a staff building, but it shows off some of the new wall pieces. There's a fire truck vehicle over here. There's like this little general store. It looks amazing. If you go in the back, I mean, look at this. There's chain link fence, you guys. Chain link fence. That's awesome. There's like cardboard boxes, dumpsters, trash cans, trash bags. Look at those trash bags. Those look like real. Those look like real trash bags. Amazing. If we scoot out a little bit. So we have this giant skyscraper that they made. It's called a bank, but it's just an ATM. You know, they got two little ATMs, but has really cool. I like these black tile pieces. Those are really, really pretty. And then we have a couple ride blueprints. So first off, there is the Horror Heights, which if you've been to, was it in Disney World? It was the Tower of Terror. So this is like a multi-level kind of elevator ride. And then it, you know, it keeps going up and then eventually it has a drop. So let's go ahead and take a test ride on this guy. Oh boy, here we go. So we're going up on the elevator. It's not called Elevator. It's called Horror Heights. Elevator sounds like a cool name though. And you got people and oh, what is that? Animatronic zombies. Oh, that person. Oh, those people got knocked out of the window. Look at that. So go through there, going up into another elevator. Oh, what's gonna be in here? Oh no, more zombies. Zombies, get them, coppers. You can also see there are a lot of new animatronics, which we'll go over all of those, besides the zombies. Oh, that guy fell into the stack of boxes. That's awesome. So many details in this. Oh, look at these zombies. They're all in like weird like hazmat suits. Oh, and then we drop down. What's gonna be here? Oh no. Oh, explosion. Oh, and we're going back up. What's happening? Where are we gonna go? Oh, we've made it. Whew. The helicopter's gonna take us to, oh no! Drop all the way down. What's gonna be on the other side? Zombies! Oh, they're coming to get us. Look at the like falling rubble effects. Those are amazing. So that's the Horror Heights, that's amazing. The thing with this, if we go to rides, oh there it is. So it's not really customizable as far as the way it's laid out. So like it comes up here, it goes across, comes there, and then I'm looking at this for the first time really. So we're reviewing it together. Okay, so there's a couple ride sequences. There's standard, there's reverse, there's tall tower, and there's scenic. Nice. So how does that go? Oh, it's going in reverse. It's going up there. It's stopping, it's dropping. It's going all the way up. Okay. So you can basically, there's just these different sequence types. And you can add, I wonder how many can you add? Oh, so you can add quite a bit. I don't know how many of these would actually be functional because, you know, you can't change how high this goes. But there's a lot of applications that could be used for. And we saw just with this blueprint how many different ways they can make that look. The other ride blueprint here, this is the, dun, 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 dun. So this is the Remotion. It's a modern simulator style track ride. So if you've ever been to Universal Studios and you've been on the Harry Potter ride, that's exactly what this is. So you're on this like little robotic arm kind of dealy. It goes through. You can make it like point up, point down. You can make this spin around. I love those falling animatronic like stunt people. And then here we have the Parabolic Screen. So this is where this ride kind of comes into play a lot. So what happens here is, see, like the little arm goes inside, and then what you do, they actually included some movies. Like you could just do images, but these work just like the billboard. So you can do images and you have the stock images. You can also have user images. Same with movies. Now you have your standard, like you could do the Chief Beef, but it looks like they had some of the community members create some movies just for this. So Thim V, Rudy, Games for Tom. Oops, I think there was, oh yeah, Pixel West 89. So like if we want to do, let's pick one. Let's do like a space, which this would also be really cool in my sci-fi park. Now I know space doesn't really go with the theme of this particular ride, but what we can do, we'll just, we'll start it over. We'll test it and let's ride it, see how it goes. Oh man, that cup got blown up. So it comes around. Oh, this blueprint even has some like really good music with it. Oh, you're like, what's going on up there? It's all kind of, oh, the explosions, the falling rubble. I love that. And look at all the new vehicle props. Those look awesome. Oh, that cop got shot. Come up around here. What's gonna happen? Oh no, more falling rubble. Oh, she got blowed up. All right, so we come inside. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. I should have changed it to nighttime. Actually, let's do that real quick. We come through and oh, look at that. It's like a little pirate battle. Has nothing to do with like a modern kind of city ride, but just kind of give you an idea of what it does. Oh, it looked like the movie actually ended a little too soon. But then we kind of come through and look at that, like garbage truck prop. Looks amazing. There's like a burning car back there. Oh, that car just crashed into the side. Oh man, what's going on? These coppers are shooting at somebody. Like, I like the van, the taxi, just regular cars. Oh, blowed up. It's like a SWAT van kind of thing. Looks amazing. So good. So good. So now let's get into the kind of the guts of what's in this. I mean, we kind of showed you, hints of everything, but there's just so much to see. So we already have, just like other DLCs, you can filter out by content packs. So we're looking at studios. So what are there? We have all kinds of animated lights. So if we place these down, they make really cool kind of like metal kind of being switched on sounds when you place them. So you have these. Go to dark. Look at that. Those lights look great. Turn off the camera light. I love how sharp the edges of the lights look. They don't bleed out or anything too much. That looks great. We have a backdrop screen, so you could sort of make like your own little kind of scene. These also have these are like billboards, so you could just kind of put generic signs, or you could create your own to make your own sort of backdrop, if you will, for like your own little movie studio ride. There's boom mics, there's a truck piece, a box truck chassis, so you can add your tires or what have you. There's the brownstone broken glass window, which is triggerable. Let's see, it should reset itself here soon. There we go. And then so you can have one of the falling animatronic props kind of busting through there. We have a bus prop, again, no wheels, so you can add your own if you want. There is a bus that crashes and flips. There is this bus, which is I like the horn. So we'll watch this bus kind of go. They'll shoot off and kind of crash. Oh no, crash. So there's this car prop here. We have a chase loop, so you could put this car on a loop. And then there's so you could have, hold on, let's see if we can get this. There we go. Check that out. So you can make it like the cop is kind of trying to chase the car a little bit. There's, let's see, cars flip over. I mean, basically you can make your own little stunt show, and your guests they can watch them. But as props go, look at all these vehicles. I think there's, let's see, there are 81 new vehicles in the game and 30 of them are animated. How awesome is that? And we have, if we go to props, there's like cardboard box props. I mean, if you like to build realistic parks, or even if you don't, but if you like to build realistic parks and you like to do the sort of backstage area of the park, you know, like where the guests don't see, it's where like a lot of the staff go. These kind of things would be great. Chain link fence has finally made its way into Planet Coaster. You make a great chain link fence sound when you plop them down. You have little coiled electrical cables. We have these cool signs. These signs are really great looking, and actually I think these would look good in Aurora Park as well. The only downside is only one of them is lit up, which is kind of a bummer. I wish all 3 of them were, because, or at least, like this one has a non-lit and a lit version. Why doesn't this one have a lit version? It looks like it's supposed to, like those look like lights, but it's not lit up. Wonder if that's a bug. But anyway, so moving on, we have a diffusion panel. You know, if you want to set up your own little kind of a little movie that's being filmed, you could do that. There are elevator doors, which we saw in the Horror Heights ride. We have, what are some of the other great things? If we go to props, go to animatronics. These are all the animatronics. We have, oh, the shark one is great. Look at these new shark. If you want to recreate the Jaws ride. Oh, and then he kind of breaches out of the water. We have this guy who chomps down. He actually chomps. It's kind of the same animation, but he actually kind of chomps down like, yeah, 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 yeah. We have, and then we have smaller versions of all those, so that's great. We have this stunt dumpster, so you can make your like little falling stunt people fall into, let's see if we can find, let's get a 40. So we have our little stunt person, right? Check this out. So we're gonna move him over here. Now this is tall. This is 40 meters. So if you bring it all the way up, you can see the little box that the animatronic falls into. Whoa! What we can do is kind of place it there in the dumpster like so. All right, so it should reset itself. There he comes. So watch, he'll just fall all the way down. Whoa! Hold on, let's get a nice close up. We'll watch him fall. Whoa, boom. Now you'd set it up, you'd trigger it so like as the guy falls down, you know, the dumpster would kind of move and shake like that. I like these fighting knights animatronics. Those are great. Look at them just fighting along. Yeah, I mean, look at all these. And of course, oh, there are new mummy animatronics. And of course, there are the zombie animatronics. So he's just kind of standing around. There's the female. There are female versions of every animatronic as well, which is great. It's long been missing in this game. So we have this person who's falling down. There you go. Get on up. Here, we'll walk back. Oh, I like that view, just the sharks in the background. It's just so random looking. I think we pretty much covered all the major things in scenery. We have all kinds of there's new effects, there's dust blowing. All these embers are amazing. Look at that. Let's look at that at nighttime. Look at those embers. So if you have like an area that's kind of smoldering and on fire, it looks amazing. We have fire hydrant burst. I'm definitely using these in Aurora Park. These are so sci-fi. Look at these little electricity arc. So we have the 1 meter version. We have this guy. Like, those are cool as hell, I tell you what. There's like floating newspaper. What is this? Glass falling. So if we lift this guy up, place him down. Oh, look at that. Smashing glass falling. We have glass windows smash. There's huge explosion. Whoa, that is a huge explosion. Let's try that again. Wow, look at that. Huge explosion 2. Medium crate crash. Newspaper explosion. What else is there? Oh, this is the rubble falling, which looks really cool. And I believe this is like a same thing, but it's like a bar. That looks so cool. Look at that. It looks amazing. And then if we go into buildings, and we're just gonna filter out by Studios pack again. So we have like all kinds of new panels. If you want to do, oh, this piece is not on the grid. That's cool. So you can kind of place that there. We have this guy, all these cool pieces. So you have a piece that has the see-through glass, and then also if you want to save on your frame rate, you could do the opaque glass that's not see-through. There's actual grid pieces that use the new glass. So if you want to make like cool little glass panel walls, you could do that. The little cops back there chasing the guy. I really like these new pieces. Let's go it this way. There we go. Like, I like, these are really cool pieces. We have glass opaque wall pieces. I mean, so exciting. Giant warehouse door that opens up. Look at that. So cool. So cool. We have shallow corner outer. We have street light posts. We have scaffolding, all kinds of different sizes. We have like the little tops of the scaffolding. Place right there. Oh, bus crash. But yeah, so I mean that is you know, kind of the gist of what's in the studio pack. Basically, if you want to create your own really awesome stunt shows for your guests to watch, you could pretty much do whatever you want. If you're really creative, like I said, you can recreate the Jaws ride. You could try and recreate the Harry Potter ride. You can make really awesome hotels, you know, super detailed hotels for your guests to stay in. I mean, I'm really excited. And, you know, I know a lot of people, oh, I totally forgot to cover this. This is another track ride. It's like their little backlot studio track ride. It looks cool. And then the other thing you may have noticed is you can actually test track rides again. You didn't used to be able to do that, but you can now, and that's really cool. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review. I definitely recommend it. I know a lot of people kind of get upset when they're like, oh, you have to pay for content, but the amount of content that Frontier puts into these DLCs, I think they're worth it. I believe it's $10.99, you know, for this DLC. So let me know in the comments, you know, what do you plan on doing or building with the Studio Pack DLC? Are you going to make like a really intricate stunt show? Are you going to integrate, you know, everything into like a ride like we have here? And let me know what you think of the cost. Is it worth it? Is it not? And, you know, that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody builds with it. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. And yeah, so be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I am 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.